And I have this map in this Moodle, okay, in this week. Okay, so then during the exam, you're allowed to open this, or you can bring your own. Okay, that's only notes you're allowed to have as a map. And so the map will take you to see which question maybe will be suitable for which test. Anybody want to explain this map for us? Volunteer? Anybody want to volunteer to explain this before we start it? Jessica, you want to try?
Of course.
Come here, point.
What types of data you can do? Nominal is when you have like categorical data, where it's like identification questions is usually in this section. So you can have one group or two or more groups. If you have one group and you're trying to analyze between that group, you do chi-squared or goodness of fit, which we did Monday. And then two or more chi-squared for independence, which we also did Monday. Scale is what we usually do with interval and ratio. Interval is when it's basically a counting question where there's no such thing as decimal points. Well, ratio, there is possibility for decimal because it's relationship. So you can compare, or the relationship, or aka correlation R, which is that's the only thing that we do, which is Pearson, I think.
Yeah, Pearson.
Comparison, it depends on how many groups you have. If it's just one group, based off the population mean, you just do one sample T. Two group, if it's two different groups, you do independent T. The same group but pre and post, dependent T, and then more ANOVA.
Yeah. Everybody, and make sure you understand yourself, okay? Okay, so let's do it. So that's learning by doing, okay? So open these sheets, okay, and put them on the right, and then open a blank SPSS. Okay, so in this test, you have to put the data in yourself. The good thing is the way I set up, you can copy paste, so it won't be too hard. Okay, so let's start with what test we should use. Okay, so the first questions, if you see these first questions, okay, you will see there are three groups there, right? Do you see the condition? You see the condition? 1, 2, 3, right? I see different way. I have 3 different way to help people to fall asleep. Okay. First way is I have them counting sheets. Okay. Second way I have them focus on their breathing. The third way is do nothing control. And so that is this column. And I want to know how much time take them to sleep. What do you think you should use independent t-test for A? Okay. How many think we should do Pearson correlation test? Sounds good there. Chi-square for goodness fit. No. Wow. So one way ANOVA. I only got one hand. Oh, I thought nobody answered 1, 2, 3. Must be number 4. Okay, looks like only Jessica believes should be one way ANOVA. Why? Why? Why one way ANOVA? How many groups? 3. And are we compare or we see the relationship? We are compare. Right, we are compare, and then more than there are 3 groups, okay? So we know we should not do independent T. Your independent T only for two groups. We don't do Pearson because that's not too, set of data, you try to find the relationship, right? And they are not chi-square, because chi-square only for nominal data, right? So, do we agree should be one-way ANOVA? Right? Right? Okay. The first thing, you make sure you get the right test, because if you do the question A wrong, ideally the rest question for this research will be wrong. I don't even need to look at it, I just put they all wrong. Even you guess right, but if your first one wrong, then that means wrong. Okay, so the first question is important, okay? So that's why I say you can have map, okay, because map show you, okay, the data, they are scale, that means you can count the mean score, okay? And then if you want to do comparison, and then if you are more than two groups, you do ANOVA. Okay? So if we assume we think that is the answer you understand, okay, the next one is then how do we run it? Okay, I give you the data here, how do you run it? Okay? So go to, let's work together, okay, go to your variable view, okay, and put down all these variables, okay, put down participants, okay, put down condition, put down time to sleep. Ooh, do I do anything wrong?
Can't have spaces.
Yeah, if I enter right now, they're going to tell me what?
Illegal variable.
Huh?
Illegal variable.
Yeah, illegal. Why illegal?
Spaces.
I have space, and then they won't allow me to do that, right? Okay, so you can put them as a one word, okay, or I can put underscore, okay? Now, under the measure, okay, participants for sure is nominal, okay? Condition is what kind of data for condition? What kind of data for condition? Is a nominal, right? It's a three group, right? Okay? And my time to sleep is scale because you can count how many minutes take to fall asleep. Okay?
Like a calculator for the conditions, like 1 equals this, 2 equals that, 3 equals this.
Oh yeah.
You do?
We do. Thank you. See? Always ask question. Okay, so yes, we have to do like Trinity said. 1 equal sheep. Okay, 2 equal reading. And 3 equal control. Okay, and okay, very good. Thank you, Trinity. Okay, so now we have this. So if you say this, that means your output, they will tell you shift, reading, control. If you don't do, they tell you 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you still at the result, but then maybe not clear. Okay. Okay, so we already that down. Okay, so let's go.
Can you show how to do that again?
You mean how to set up the value?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just go down here, value, click. Okay, you just type 1, shift, 2, reading, 3, control. And then don't put enter, put add. Put add, A-D-D, yes?
I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong, but it's not letting me type in the big box.
They what?
It's not letting me type in the box. So,
Okay, type type 1?
I can type here, I can type here.
Okay, you put there first.
Oh.
1. And type 1. You don't put type 2 and add. Then go there.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's run it. Okay, it's one-way ANOVA, right? Okay, so then, okay, then go there. Okay, so compare means one-way ANOVA. Okay, then put condition under the button because that's the factors. Okay, time to sleep is dependent list. Okay, and you have to go to option because you need to ask for descriptive. So when you put the output in this worksheet, I want to see you have that descriptive table. Okay. Okay, and don't worry about post hop yet because you don't know if you need that. Okay, so you can just say okay. Okay, so anybody got this? Okay, so let's copy. This all count your grade. Okay, this all count the table. Everything you work is count to your points. Okay, so make sure you give me what I need, and then you will see they give you this kind of very trouble number here. Just get rid of them. So get rid of this 3, 4. It's more clean if you get rid of them. Okay, and you want to do the auto fix to bring this. Sometimes you don't see it. Okay, so now you don't need to write all those numbers. You don't have to write it. You just need to look at it and then tell me what's the result. Okay, so now if you look at, let me put them bigger, you can see it. Okay, so I need to have these two tables, okay? To count into your grade, you need to have two tables, okay? So now just look at the number here. And please try to give me whatever you think should be the answer. So, which number we should look at to make decision? Which number? Which number here you should use to make decision? Which number?
6.
You say?
6.
6? Yes. So let's highlight the 6. Okay, so this is a number. You don't have to worry for the test. You don't have to worry other number. You don't even need to write down. Only number you need is this, right? And so this number tell you what's the answer for number 3?
8.
Lily say this. Right? And then you also be careful because I have a reject too in C. That just to make you confused, right? So even C say reject, but they say greater, and that's not right. Whenever you reject, you have to be smaller, right? Very good. So the answer is A. Very good. Okay, so now the question is, if my answer is A, then what should I do for number 4?
C. C.
Somebody say C
B.
or B. I have C. Oh, B. Which one? If they reject, that's good news or bad news? Good news. So good news, so should we suppose go to eat turkey? right?
So we're always trying to reject, but if we don't reject, if we fail to reject, then we're bad.
If you don't reject in the, okay, because the question you are going to, the test you are going to take is not necessarily same as this data. So if you got rejection, if you got fail to reject, then what your number 4 answer should be? Should be what? Should be like Lily said, C. Do nothing. But make sure you answer do nothing. Okay? And then if you even you answer do nothing, please don't do nothing for number 5. You still need to give me answer. Your answer will be none of the group show the significance. Okay? Because some students say, oh, I don't need to do anything, so leave blank. Then I cannot give you any point because you didn't answer. Okay? So if you fail to read it, number 3 is B. Then your number 4 should be C. Then your number 5 should be D. Okay? But this time we have reject. So our number 4 should be what? B or C?
B.
B. Okay, everybody? You have to say conduct a post-hoc. Okay? And so we really need to conduct. Okay, so let's go back. Okay? And analyze. Compare means one way ANOVA, and then you choose post-hoc, and you choose Tukey. Okay, buddy? Go to post-hoc, choose Tukey. Okay? And then say continue, and say okay. Okay, now, you don't need to give me the first 2 tables because the same. I need you to give me this multiple comparison. Put back to the Word document. Okay, and then I don't have a question, a space for that, but then if you can enter number 5 and just post here, okay? Okay. So for this test, if you don't give me any data, regardless your answer is correct or not, I don't give you any point. Because I think you just guess it. Okay. So if you need to give me the table, okay? And just by giving the table, I'll give you some point. And then I will see if you answered correctly. Okay, so then what do we do now? We still looking like medicine say sick. Okay? And then because it's 0.05, so look at this number. Look at the number. Okay, so it's 0.010 less than 0.05? Yes or no? Is this number less than 0.05?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Less than, okay. Is a 0.444 less than 0.05?
No.
No.
Greater.
Okay. Now it's this 0.010 pretty much is that one, so you don't have to worry. The 0.002,
Less than.
yes, okay, so we find 2. Okay, so if you find 2, that means you will choose 2 answers here. Okay, so what's my answer? What? Which one? Which 2 is my answer?
C.
A. So shift group split from reading. Okay. And which one? B or C?
C.
C. Okay. And then you got your point. Okay, so now let's go to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is a study try to see similar, but then this time to see how people sleep, either normal or debrief. How their mood will be different. Okay, so if the first question is one way ANOVA, How about this one? Right answer, so the answer should be independent T. Because we do comparison and there are only two groups, right? So there are only two groups and they are nothing to do with each other. If you sleep so well, you are not the ones not able to sleep, right? So either here or here, so they are nothing to do with each other, so they are independent. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, so then let's fix our data. Okay, so for this one, you can just use this data to change it, or you can open the new data. I'm going to change because they are so similar. Okay, so by change, I need to change the words. Okay, so for number 2, for condition, I come here, I will change 1, say normal, and change. I'll go to B, change to debris, and say change. Then I take 3 and say remove. Okay, you make sure you have changed variable, okay? Remember last time when we changed from math to reading, a lot of you still in math, okay? So that will you will get the point of for not changing your variable name, okay? And also for the dependent, no longer time to sleep, it's called mood, M-O-O-D, okay? And then the rest are still the same. Okay, now let's copy, make sure you change your data. So copy your data. Okay, and then double check, see if your data is correct, it's the same. Okay, so now let's go to again compare means, independent. Okay, now never put participant into anywhere here. Okay, so again, which one go to test variable? Mood. Okay, condition go to grouping, and then define group. Okay, put 1 and 2 and say continue and say okay. Okay, so these 2 are the table I needed. Okay, put here, get rid of this extra number. The reason I say that because when I grading, when I grading your score, I tell you which question is wrong, and I need to have the right number. Yeah. Okay. Now you tell me, based on this data, what is the decision? It's A or B? For those of you think B, because UCSIG is equal 0.356. So you fail to reject, right? Is that really true?
No, you look at the two-tailed thing.
Hmm?
You look at the two-tailed thing, which is 0, so it's less than.
Can you say very loud?
You look at the two-tailed sig, not the 0.356. You look at the 0.000.
Why?
Because we are doing a two-tailed test, and because this is F test, we are doing T test. Do independently, make sure you go. They have two SIG, that's why confused.
So
Always look at second one. The answer is A, not B, because you have to look at SIG for t-test. Okay, not FIG for f-test. And then the top one, okay, the top one. Okay, so A. Okay, and again, you can make decision, but if I don't see the table, I don't count you a point, okay, because you can guess, right? Okay. And again, when you reject, make sure they are less, not greater. Okay, so if you say reject and you answer C, you still don't get your point because that's not right. Okay? So now let's look at this. Okay, now so we finish one way ANOVA and we do independently. Your exam not necessarily follow this order. Okay, so don't base on that to learn. Based on your understanding. Okay, so now this one, how about this one? This one, researcher want to see how many hours you exercise has anything to do with your sick day. Okay, so what are we doing here? What's this data for? What kind of test we can use to do this research? Correlation. Why correlation? Because
We're looking at the relationship between the hours of exercise and how many sick days you take.
we get the relationship between two data. And the two data from same people, but two different data. Okay? You say, why is not dependent T? Because you don't see before after. You don't see before after, don't even think about dependent T. Okay? So this is a correlation. Okay, so Pearson correlation. Okay, so then let's put our data. Okay, get back to. Okay, so I suggest you to go to the new data. Okay, so let's set variable. Okay, participants. And hours of exercise and sick day. Okay, and this one you don't need to set up the value. I didn't give you anything to set up, but then you put measure. Okay, so nominal for participants, scale, and scale. Okay? The data. Okay, make sure your data is correct. Okay. So, you go to where? Where do we go? Where do we go? Correlate. And then bivariate. Okay, correlate, bivariate. And then never put participant to do the test, okay? Hours of exercise and sick day. Okay? And I don't think you need to do anything else. Just say okay. Okay, you got this table. So we just need to copy this table back to here. Under 10. Okay, so now what? SIG here is 0.000.
Rejected.
You will reject. Okay? You reject. Okay? Okay, now let's move to number 4. Okay, number 4. So, this is chi-square material. Yes, because it's nominal data, right? So the researcher try to see how do people reduce stress. And some people say, I'm talking. Some people say, I'm running, right? So rather than ask how often you talk or how much you run, they say, okay, if you talk, you are 2. If you run, you are 1. Okay, so they just put 1 and 2 there, right? So this kind of data, they just put as a category. So we consider it's nominal. Okay, so nominal will be chi-square for sure. But we have 2 kinds of chi-square. One is called chi-square for goodness fit. One is called chi-square for independence. Okay, now let's debate. Which one we should use? Okay, let me print out the map. Where's my map? Okay. Okay, so now, why Lily is thinking may be right, okay, but actually maybe I should change words so 1 variable or 2 variable. Maybe that's a better way. Okay, so 1 group here is mean 1 variable. So I only have 1 variable called what I call that? Activity, right? So activity, and then inside I have a 2 type of activity inside, but they are under the same variable. Okay, so actually this one is this one. Okay, if we say 2 variable, that means I have a activity and something else. Okay, so for example, the next question will be gender and activity. Okay, that makes sense, Lily? So this one actually is considered 1 group. They just in the same group people, they say, oh, if you are running, tell me. Okay, 5 people running. Okay, you are running. Yes?
I think if it was 2 groups, they would have activity and then something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, have something else. Maybe even more straightforward is even 2 columns rather than 1 column. Okay? So this one actually okay, for those of you who are very quiet, do you understand what are we talking about? So okay, so now we know for sure must be chi-square. So how many you believe is C? How many think it's C? Okay, how many think it should be D? D? Okay, if you are D, you should go home now. Okay, should be C, okay? C is chi-square for goodness fit, okay? Because we try to see how many people is running, the number of people running similar to the number of people they are talking. Okay, we want to see are they equal dispute. Okay, so if they are chi-square for goodness fit, how do we run it?
Non-parametric.
How about before that? That's right. But then remember we need another step before that.
Analyze.
Okay. Analyze and what? Oh, hold on. I don't even do the data yet. I'm just busy in talking. You can see how much I enjoy talking. I not even have data yet. Maybe you already have data. Okay, so I'm going to set the data. Okay, so I will have a participants. And then activity. And then for this activity, you make sure set up the value. One is called running. And 2 is talking. Okay, and then activity activity is, the participant is nominal, and then activity also nominal. Okay, they both nominal data, that's why you run chi-square. Okay, let me copy the data. Okay? So, you have to go what first? Analyze, and then what? Do I go to cross them, or I should be in somewhere else? I need to do what first? Frequency, okay? So you should go to frequency first, okay? And you don't worry about participant. I just need to know how many people running, how many people talking. So just say, okay, activity, and say, okay. Okay, now you get the frequency table. Okay, put under the number 13. Okay, so this data give you, tell us 7 people actually use running to reduce stress, 9 people use talking to reduce stress. Okay, and it's not enough yet. Okay, so let's go back to the real stuff. Where do we go? Where do we go? Analyze and what? Go where? Go where? Yes, non-parametric legacy dialogue.
Chai.
And you see there, right? Okay? Okay? And then activity, and say okay. Okay, so now you see 2 tables. I don't need the first one, okay, because we already run frequency for first one, so you don't need the first one. Just give me the test statistic. Okay, put under here. So I want to see 2 tables here. Okay, so what's the answer? A or B or C or D?
B.
B. Because?
Failed or rejected.
Yeah, because
Sig is.
it's 0.617, right? That's way big than 0.05. Okay, very good. Anybody okay so far? Okay, so this one looks like similar to this one. I just add gender there. Okay, so then looks like I already give away the answer. If you have this and you have an activity and then gender, so looks like there's still nominal data, right? You see gender is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then activity is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They all nominal data. So looks like there's still chi-square, but chi-square for independence. Okay, so let's fix our data. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to be lazy because they are, looks like they are similar. So I'm going to just add another variable called gender. Okay, then I'll say, okay, 1 is male, and 2 is female, and that's nominal. So you can say they're all nominal here, nominal, nominal, nominal. Okay, and then I copy the data and highlight here. Okay, so then where do we go? Don't go non-parametric anymore. Let's belong to chi-square for goodness sake, right? So where do we go? What do we do? Where? Libby, where do we go?
Descriptive statistics.
Where do we go?
Descriptive statistics.
Okay, descriptive
Crosstabs.
and crosstab. Very good. Descriptive and crosstab. Okay? Okay, everybody got this? Okay, and then you put activity and gender, put them into different box. You can flip them, but it have to be in different box. And say statistic, okay, you have to ask for it. This one don't give you chi-square automatic, you have to ask for it, okay? So put chi-square, continue, and then go to cells, row, column, total, continue, and okay. Okay, so they give you 3 tables. I only need both them, the bottom 2, okay? Okay, so I'm just copy to number 16. Okay. So now what? What's the answer? Where is your SIG? Where's your SIG? Somewhere here, right? Here, right? 6.614, right? You see 0.614? Okay. Highlight it so you remember it's what number. Okay, this number. So, what's our answer? Are we reject or we fail to reject? We fail, right? Because it's all over bigger than 0.05. Okay, so number 6, this one should be very easy. You are wrong in all other questions, at least this one you should at least get one question right, is this one. Why? Because what? Because this is easy to tell, right? But what's this one? What's the answer for this one? Dependency, right? Because you see before, after. You see the words before, after, you don't have to think, it's have to be dependency test. Okay? So, dependency test. Okay, so let's prepare our data. We better open the new data. So they open the new data. Okay, so go to variable view, participants. Okay, and open nominal. Okay, before and after, and they both scale. Okay, and let's copy the data. Oh, okay. Okay, so how do we run it? We go to compare means, prepare sample t-test. Okay, and you click before and then after. Okay, and we just say, let me see, let us fix the here, 95%, okay? So we just say, okay. So you got a 3 table, okay? And I don't want you to copy number 2 because I have a SIG there, they can be very confused. Okay, so just copy number 1 and number 3 table. Okay, to your 19. Okay, and then I need to fix, make sure I want you to fix your table when you take exam, so that I can look at your output and see if you give me the correct information there. Okay. So what do we do this now? What's the answer? LB or COD? So your SIG is 0.106. So what do we do? Are we reject or we fail to reject? Fail to reject, right? Okay. So it should be B. And then we have the last question. Okay, so now you tell me, what's the last one? What kind of test for last one? What's this last one? One sample, because you only see one group, salary, right? So only one sample, right? This one, you need to key the data because I put in this way. It have difficult to copy. So we have to go new. Okay, set up post salary. Okay, and this will be scale. Oh, they don't like my salary. Why? It's SALARY. Okay. Scale. Okay, now put down the number. The 30,000, and then I need the okay, insert variable. Okay, so I need like 22,000, and then 23,000. Okay. Okay, let's see. So one sample T. Okay. Okay, so what do I do? I still reject, right? Okay. Fail to reject. And then we're done.